The president last night said it's time for everyone in the political space to tone it down, to cool the political rhetoric. Does the president regret anything that he has said in the course of this campaign about his Republican rival or anybody else in the political space? Does he plan to adjust his rhetoric, or is it just a call for other people to make changes?
So I want to just be very clear, and you know this. I've been asked about anytime there's violence, sadly, that comes up across the country. The president has always spoken out forcefully against violence, always. Political violence has no place in America. You've heard the president say this. He repeated his thoughts in the Oval Address last night. He repeated his thoughts multiple times before then, and obviously throughout his presidency, throughout his entire career. We want to make sure that we are not politicizing this at this moment. It is not a time to do that. We want to make sure that we bring Americans together. When you think about why the president ran in 2020, the cornerstone of his presidency is uniting this country. And he also said that it is okay to have disagreements on agendas. It is okay to have disagreements on character or record, but we cannot have violence in this country, and that is something that he's going to continue to be very, very clear about.
Does he or does he not regret anything that he has said about former President Trump or any of his other political rivals?
What I will say is the president has forcefully spoken out against violence. That is something that he has done over and over again, and he believes that he feels strongly about the stakes of this campaign. He feels very, very strongly about that. He wants to bring the temperature down. He wants to lower the temperature. It is important that we do that, and it is a moment that we come together, and that is what this president is all about. And he wants to continue to work on uniting this country. That's what he wants to focus on.
Follow up on that. Just last week in Michigan, President Biden called Trump a threat to this nation. Should we expect that he will not be calling out Trump with that kind of rhetoric going forward?
So what I will say is that it is important, right? We believe it's important to continue to forcefully speak against any type of political violence. That is what the president believes. And we do not want to politicize this moment. Politicizing this moment is unacceptable. We believe, and the president believes, you heard from him, in a very clear statement last night about the importance of uniting this country, the importance of continuing to do so, and that we cannot tear America apart to score political points. We cannot do that. And so we don't want to politicize this moment. We want to unite. We want to continue to focus on that, and that's what the president's going to focus on right now.
So will his messaging change this week?
His messaging is going to be really clear. He's going to continue to engage with the American people. That's what you're going to see in the next upcoming days, upcoming weeks. Nothing different than what he's done in the last almost 4 years, and lay out his agenda, highlight his agenda. There are differences. There are differences in our agenda and what Republicans believe, right? There are differences. And that is okay. And it is okay to speak to someone's record and someone's character. But we cannot accept violence. We cannot accept that. And so the president's going to continue to do that, highlight his agenda. It's important for the American people to hear directly from him what he has done the last 3.5 years and how he sees the future of this country. That will not change.